Whereas in the book of Ecclesiastes, if you have seen the teachings of Jesus, are you there? When you study the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, you will notice that Jesus was not preaching in the official places. He was not preaching in the temple. Jesus will preach in the valley. He will preach by the river. He will preach on the mountain. Now, see, those days, if somebody had encounters with God and he was beginning to download precepts, he begins to preach these precepts on the streets. And people will be listening to him. When they realize that indeed wisdom is in his words, people begin to gather around him. So he begins to make disciples. The book of Ecclesiastes it creates the atmosphere. It creates the thought of the preacher. The preacher that is not preaching from the temple, but is preaching in the marketplace and crying out. That's the idea of the book of Ecclesiastes. You get it? That's different from Proverbs. Proverbs is an attempt to make capsules. Capsules. Do you know what a capsule is? To make capsules out of the belly of wisdom. Little capsules that are therapeutic, that are intended, the supplements that you need in order to navigate through life accurately. And Solomon, he came up with 3,000 proverbs. Solomon also came up with 105 songs. They are distillations. When they saw that he had a rich dimension of wisdom, and I'm going to show you that in the next lecture, before we now go to the book of Proverbs. What God did to him was that he enlarged his heart like the sand of the seashore. That was the ground, that was the motherboard that could carry that software. Wisdom. Are you there? Because they saw how great the wealth of wisdom was, they pleaded with him to develop capsules. Distill this wisdom into capsules for us to be taken. So that it will be full of supplements that will help us navigate through life. These are two different matters.